Hey there! Today, we're going to tackle the passive voice in tenses where it doesn't really work well, like the present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous, and future perfect continuous. Let's dive right in. In English, when we want to describe ongoing actions in the passive, the structure can become awkward and clunky. But instead of struggling with those forms, there are clear alternatives to make your sentences sound smoother. Let's go over 5 ways to avoid passive voice in these tricky tenses. First, use the expression in progress. If you need to express that something is ongoing, the phrase in progress is a perfect substitute. For example, instead of saying, the new bridge has been being constructed for months, you would say, the construction of the new bridge has been in progress for months. This way, you avoid a convoluted passive structure, and your sentence remains clear and natural. Second, use the phrase in training. When it comes to long-term learning or development, in training works well. Here's an example. By the end of this course, I will have been being trained as a software engineer for 2 years. A much simpler and natural version would be, by the end of this course, I will have been in training as a software engineer for 2 years. This makes the sentence flow better and avoids the awkward passive construction. Third, use under consideration. If something is being reviewed or thought about, under consideration is the phrase to go with. For example, the report had been being reviewed for months before any changes were made. A better alternative is, the report had been under consideration for months before any changes were made. This sounds more polished and avoids the need for a passive structure that doesn't quite fit. Also, you can use the phrase on display. If something has been shown or exhibited for a period, using on display is a great way to avoid the passive. For instance, the artifacts have been being displayed at the museum all week. A smoother version would be, the artifacts have been on display at the museum all week. This keeps the meaning intact without overcomplicating the sentence structure. Finally, use the expression under construction. When describing something being built, you can easily use under construction. Here's an example. The new shopping mall has been being built for over a year. Instead, say, the new shopping mall has been under construction for over a year. This version sounds much more natural and eliminates the clumsy passive. Also, remember the following. Verbs like arrive, seem, and fit are not usually used in the passive, so be mindful of that. The verb let, when it means allow, doesn't appear in the passive form either. But you can use phrasal verbs like let off in the passive. She was let off with a warning. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more English tips. See you next time!